Hello my darlings, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Miranda and I am the Enchantress of Avalon. So today's video I decided was going to be a bit of a sequel to the last video, a bit of a follow-up, because I was talking about mermaid nostalgia, specifically nostalgic mermaid media, to really dive into for the summer season. And I realized I had more to talk about when it came to mermaid nostalgia, and that is mermaid nostalgia in the form of activities and what we used to do as kids that really felt like we were tapping into mermaid energy. So we're gonna get on into that. But first, I wanna give my normal reminders at the beginning of the video that other than running this YouTube channel, I also have an online priestess business, White Rose of Avalon, where I do tarot readings, channeled readings, mentoring sessions, and of course I have online classes. And currently I'm teaching 2 of my online classes. None are open for enrollment, but something to keep informed of if you're interested in one day studying about Melusine or the mermaids, because I'm currently running my Lessons from Celtic Mermaids class, which has been super great so far. In any case, I, in addition to those services, have a Patreon, which is an online fairy mystery community called Avalonian Rose Fairy Mysteries. And all of that stuff is linked down in the description box below. And I will also link the Facebook event page for my local pagan pride, because this coming Saturday, to when this video premieres, I will be at the local Pagan Pride Festival performing tarot readings in person. So if you're local or if you're going to be in the area, please come and join in on the festivities. It'll be really, really amazing. It was such a wonderful event last year, and I can't wait to be part of it again this year. So with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump in to what it really means to tap into mermaid nostalgia when it comes to the types of things we used to do. I think that the most obvious thing is the idea of playing mermaids. And a lot of us did it in the pool. We did it in the ocean. We did it in other bodies of water. And that could be as simple as just imagining you were a mermaid. I liked to hold my breath and sit on the bottom of the pool. That was a lot of fun. Practicing keeping your eyes open in the water, even though it stung, and you would have bloodshot eyes usually for the rest of the day. And then some of us took it up to the next level and practiced swimming like mermaids. I definitely did this, and I know that I've heard interviews of Daryl Hannah talking about when she was filming Splash, that the reason why she was so good, she actually did all of the swimming herself. They were gonna have someone double for her, but she was a stronger swimmer than the people they had tried to do the swimming. And she explained that as a child, she was obsessed with Hans Christian Andersen's The Little Mermaid, and she used to tie her feet together so that she learned to swim like a mermaid. And I did similar things. I don't remember ever actually tying my feet or my ankles together, but I would cross my ankles and I would swim like a mermaid. And I would practice that for hours. And I also taught myself how to swim. I never took swimming classes or lessons or anything. And I know a lot of kids did. I never had to, because by the time I was in elementary school, I'd already taught myself how to swim. So it's all part of that, you know, tapping into that mermaid energy and that obsession with mermaids. Beyond the swimming itself, though, there is these vivid memories I have of having my hair streaked green all summer long. And this wasn't because I was doing anything to my hair, but my hair, which is now a deep auburn color naturally, was a very pale shade of strawberry blonde. So it was that red gold color naturally when I was a little girl. And because my hair was fair, I would get these streaks of green running all throughout my hair from the reaction from the chlorine in my backyard pool, because I spent all summer in the pool. And also, I think salt water might have done something to it. I'm not positive, but I know that it would stay streaked green all the way through when we would be at the beach, when we would visit Maryland in the summer. So yeah, I had green streaks in my hair all summer long. And it's something I vividly remember, and I remember people commenting on it. I remember some people thinking that my mom had let me actually streak my hair because it was just all through my hair. And no, it wasn't anything I did. It was just the sheer amount of time I spent in the water, especially in the chlorinated water, caused that chemical reaction that my hair turned green. And yeah, it's a vivid memory, and I feel like it's a very mermaidy memory. And yeah, let me know if you had fair or fairer hair when you were a kid. Did you ever get green hair from chlorine, or was I the only one that spent that much time in the water? I don't know, but oh, it's a vivid memory, and it's really a happy memory to me. I think it's so fun to think that my hair just kind of naturally did that as a symbol of spending all that time in the water. And then, of course, other than stuff that we were doing at home in the pool, there's also what we would do at the beach. I think most of us who were really obsessed with mermaids probably begged to go to the beach. And I do not live near the beach. I am in a landlocked state, so we had to travel. Obviously, when we went to Maryland, we went to the beach all the time. I also went to the beach in Florida as a kid. So I loved being at the beach. I loved being in the ocean. I enjoyed collecting seashells and drawing in the sand, building sand castles, and just being at one with all of the elements. The beach is such a magical place. You have all of the elements at your disposal. You have the sun, you have the water in the sea itself, you have the sand, which is the earth element, and the wind whipping around you. So the sun is the fire, obviously, the water, the earth, and the air. And you can commune with all of them at the same time. There's so much magic there. There's so much power that you could feel in the ocean from the sea life. If you get to see fish or crabs or even jellyfish and other animals in the sea, you can feel this pulsation of life. And the salt water is something so intrinsically purifying in a way, because salt is purifying and obviously water is purifying, and it feels like you're just washing all of your cares away. There's so much beauty in that. And yeah, what's better than being immersed in water and just blowing out of your mouth, seeing how your own breath is rippling on the water, singing in the water, like literally being in the water and singing, letting your voice carry on the air and letting that impact all of the energy surrounding you. It's truly magical. And even the little things we would do at the seashore feel like rituals sometimes. You think of the idea of like building that sand castle. You are creating with your imagination. You are making this castle into what your dream is. You're infusing intention into that. If you're drawing in the sand, you can be drawing messages. You could be drawing anything that could be picked up by the mermaids. It's really one of Earth's greatest altars, if you think about it, just as a natural altar space, because you have everything there. I mean, sure, we could also say the forest is a great altar, and it is. It truly is. Because again, you have that same kind of thing. You can naturally commune with the world this way. You can actually commune with the fae and nature spirits in this really beautiful and simple way. But yeah, there's just something about being at one with the water that feels like you can truly commune with the mermaids and with the sea herself. And I think that's something we could still do today. It feels so nostalgic, the idea of going and building a sand castle or going and drawing messages in the sand. But doing that as an adult, tapping into that, remembering what it was like when you were a child is great inner child work. We all should be doing inner child work because we all have stuff that's, hung up. We have hang-ups from childhood, and doing that little bit of healing and intentional work with our inner child, or inner children, great way to heal some pain that you might not know you're still holding on to. Playing and just enjoying life, just being with the water, being with the sea, being in the sand. All of this is so magical. And if, like me, you are a magical practitioner, a witch, an enchantress, a priestess, as an adult, you could also be intentionally gathering items to use in your spellcraft. If you get a chance to go to the sea this summer, intentionally gathering some sand, gathering water from the ocean, gathering different things that you find on the beach, whether it's a piece of driftwood or it's sea glass, gathering that and intentionally having that to work with in your magical practice. And of course, other things to keep an eye out for would be something like a hagstone or a holy stone, because they are super magical, super important in fairycraft and mermaid magic. There's a lot of big energy there and a lot of Avalonian energy, because of course there is the folklore that to look through the hole, the naturally occurring hole in a hagstone or a holy stone, you can see the fae if you look through it. So hey, it's something to keep an eye out for. They are really precious and so potent to use in your spellcraft. So yeah, this is just some stuff that's been on my mind recently. And when I was thinking about all of the nostalgic mermaid media, I realized how much that media was entwined with what I was naturally doing, what I was doing in day-to-day life as a child. And it's really carried over into adulthood, because even when I can't go to the beach, throughout the summer, I will take kind of either lukewarm or cool baths full of salt water. I'll put a bunch of sea salt in the tub and I will soak in it and just let my worries melt away. And I'll meditate when I'm in the tub and gain messages from the mermaids in that way. But when I'm at the beach, when I'm near the water, I can hear their call, I can hear their voice so clearly without really having to do anything. I just have to walk along the shoreline to hear that. So yeah, I just wanted to share all of these thoughts with all of you, and let me know, is there something specific that really triggers your connection to the mermaids that is tied to nostalgia, tied to your childhood? Do you do some of the things that I've mentioned? Are there other things that you do? And what are some of your favorite memories of playing mermaids when you were a kid? Let me know, and I will see you in the next video.